We're going to spend some time today looking at requirement 2 because, as I said to you last week, I think it's the trickiest of the requirements. Not because it's the most difficult, but because you only get the information on the day, and you've got to do some calculations and some discussions. So it's pulling together all the different skills that you've got. Remember, Sequin's requirement 2 is going to make use of 4 different techniques. The discounting ones, payback, break-even, and sensitivity analysis. And it can be applied to 5 different possible scenarios. There's a 5th that I've added since we spoke last week, which is the new restaurant agreement with Jewel. The others you've already seen: new cinema, new distribution agreement, live streaming, and a special event. So, the first thing you do when you get your question is to analyse the requirement. And there are 4 parts: calculation, a statement of your assumptions and demonstration of your scepticism, and then 2 sides of your discussion, pulling it all together with your conclusions and recommendations. More frequently nowadays, within the discussion, you're also going to have to discuss an ethical and business trust issue. That doesn't generate any more work, and when we look at the planning sheet, you'll see that we substitute some of the work that you used to do on discussions with your ethical issue. What it does do, though, is generate an additional conclusion and some extra recommendations. So, what you're going to do is do your Appendix 2 now. It's only worth 2 boxes on the marking key, but without that, you don't generate your assumptions. And so what I want you to do, just for practice at the moment, is at the bottom of your Appendix 2 to state your assumptions. And you should work on the basis that there's an assumption for every number in your Appendix 2, except, of course, for subtotals and totals. Once you've done that, have a look at the illustrative answer and just compare it with yours, not so much for the correct figures, but for the approach that I've adopted.